はいどうも皆さん、ゲーム実況のキスさんです。よろしくお願いします。さあこのゲームね、有名なゲームですよね。でやったことないんでやろうと思います。もうざっくりともう何していいかがわかんないんだけど、なんか本があるね。本がね開かないね開かない。これで開くの？開いて
A
開い
lot
て。
of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
なんか突然山道かな。
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
ちょっとメッセージがね、普段のゲームとは違うね。
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know, or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
道なりに進むとこういう風にメッセージがね進んでいって、
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
お、なんか動物いるね。追いかけれるのかな。追いかけるのは無理か。
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
カエルの鳴き声が。
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
すごい家だね。
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
開かないんだ。なんかアクション取れるんかな。そうでもないのかな。じゃあ別のとこから侵入ねできそうか。お、なんかひびが入ってるね。
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
作業場には特に何もなく、段ボールがあって、
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
誰もいないんかな。ここが台所で、玄関で階段があるけど、2階にちょっと行ってみましょ
う。After Milton disappeared,
家の作りからすると、なんか4階建てぐらいありそうだよね。
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
ただの覗き穴？なんかできるんかな？さらに上に上がれる
Mom
の
must
か
have
な？
locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
まだ開かない。まあゲームが進んでいったらどうなるかだよね。で、扉がある。なんだろう、覗き穴が一つ一つあるのかな？
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
トイレ？トイレだよね、これ。トイレも覗かないといけないんだ。
My grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
ああ、やっぱ変な感じするよね。
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
みんな死んだのかな？この年号みたいな書いてるから。よくね、お墓とかに。
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
これはこの鍵なのか？ああ、いた。開けていいのかな？
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
すごい入り口だね。
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
なんだろうね、演出とかはね、Life is Strange っていうゲームに似てるね。
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
まあ夕食抜きの日があってでどうしても我慢ができなくなったから、まあ、その時のエピソードを今操作してる感じかな、ひょっとしたらね。で扉を開いてトイレがあってで
I ate a lot of things that night.
なんだろう、これ食べれんのか？それともあれは食べたらダメなやつなのかな？
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Halloween candy was all gone.
なんか鳴き声が聞こえたね。鳥の声かな？
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
ああ、開かないんだ扉が。チェーン
And suddenly,
かかってる。
I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
鳥を追いかける？
The babies were all gone.
ああ、みんな孵化して。
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Hmm, どこにいたんだろう。あれか？上に登らなきゃダメなのかな？
I gobbled her up.
うお、落ちた。
And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
ウサギ。
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
Hmm, また同じメッセージだね。音を頼りに探さなきゃいけないかな。あ、あれか？
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
操作できんのかな。あ、できるね。なんか動きがあれだけど、なんとかしてサメだから海とかに行きたいんかな。
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
泳いでたらなんかあるんだろうね。なんだろうあれ。
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
アシカ。アシカ食べちゃうの。カメラ難しいなこれね。食べちゃった。
I tore off her flipper and it tasted really good.
サメから次は何になるんかな。ああ、まだいけるんだ。怪我してる。さっき噛まれたのを逃げたんかな。
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
これなんだろう。タコ。なんか触手みたいな感じ。
Now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere.
人間の匂いがプー。あ、なるほどね。
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
もう食べたのかなあれで。
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Belly with a rust. Belly with a rust.
いいのかな。どうだろう。上に行くのは無理っぽいな。ああ、横から入れそうだよね。
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I saw something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
いやー、不思議だね。これ
I
家
got
に帰ってき
closer
たん
and
じゃない
closer.
の。お母さん食べちゃうんじゃないのこれ、ひょっとして。人の気配がないね。 真っ暗いところにはとりあえず何もなさそうな気がする。この明るいのなんだろう。
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
モーリーのね、なんか一つのお話が終わったって感じかな、この様子を見ると。で、窓をね、開けてみよう。どうなんだろう。
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, but 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
この手帳をどんどん完成させていくっていうのが目的なんかな。
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink
トイレいっぱいある
bathroom.
な。で、また鍵があって、ダイアリーかなこれ。日記。表紙がトイレだよね。
There's a secret in this
おお、
bathroom.
飛び出せ本。このバスルームには秘密が隠されている。
It's in the last place you would look.
あ、なるほどね。
It isn't in the cupboard.
なんだろう。操作がややこしい。どうすんだろうこれ。引っ張る？
It's hidden in this book.
うお、マジか。
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
で、ブランコのシーンだね。これブランコしたらいいんかな、とりあえず。ブランコすることによってひょっとしたら
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
話が
At
進んで
Barbara's
る。
funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here.
すごい
But
な。
I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
小学校の時思い出すわ。こんなアホみたいにブランコこいでたわ。もういけるんかな。降りれるのかなこれ。降りれないな。お母さんの言うこと聞こうと思ってんだけど。ダメだね。降りれないね。やっぱブランコなんかちぎれるぐらいの勢いでもうガンガンに行かなあかんのかな。海に飛び込むぐらいの勢い。ブランコちょっとコツ掴んだんだけどね。
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
足が枝に乗ってきたな。やばいなこれ。すげえ。一回転したぞ。やべえ
That's the day he made up his mind to fly, and he did.
な。いや、そうなんだ。海の方まで飛んでいくんだ。
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
というわけでカルビンのねストーリー。今日は1、2、3、4、4つ進めたんで、ひとまず今日はここまでにしようかな。この続きはね、またパート2でお願いします。最後までね、ご視聴ありがとうございました。もし楽しんでいただけましたらチャンネル登録、高評価の方、どうぞよろしくお願いします。バイバイ。